So welcome back everyone, and yeah, after last week's episode where we were looking for blaze powders, yeah, we did die. Today I'm going to take it a little bit chill, and in this week's episode we are going to build up our village and get some trading on the go. And because our village is in a desert, I want to go with kind of a deserty feel. But there are a few things we're going to do before then. So in the last episode, we got these blaze rods, which we can turn into blaze powder. And then we can make those with these ender pearls into eyes of enders. And then what we want to do here is make ourselves a few ender chests. These will help expand our storage for now until we get shulker boxes, and will allow us to have a good kind of shared inventory between our bases. So what we can do is put where should I put it? I think it still belongs in storage down here. So let's just go right there for now. So for example, we can take these things that we would like to trade with our villagers, and we can put them in the ender chest. And no matter where we are, we can open this chest if we have it and transfer the stuff around. So it means if we carried one of these around, we are giving ourselves 3 rows extra of storage if we want. And for the first part of today, that is exactly what we are going to need, because we are going to take our gear and we're going to head off into our desert biome to gather some sand and some sandstone. So we are out in a desert. That's a different village. It's not the one I've been using anyway, but normally, sorry. So what we're going to do is I am going to place one of my chests down here and just gather a bunch of stone and sandstone ready for this build. So yeah, a little bit of a grindy bit before the build, but you know, you gotta do the grind part. So yeah, let's see how much we can gather. So and the chest is full and our inventory is full of sand and sandstone, and yeah, that's round 1 of many, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna head off to the village now. Got a few things we want to trade with them, but then we also will start with the build. So I will catch you back at the village. So we're at the village. We've got a few trees down here and a few goodies. So let's just start with some trading with the villagers to get our tools healed up. So we've come all the way up on top of the this tower here to kind of oversee and have a look at what we have from a village point of view. And Minecraft villages, they are a bit plain. Ignore this one, that's where our many guys hit at the moment. But I think we can do a good job expanding this out. And so what I'm imagining is we can have our nether portal over there, and then a main square here where this kind of building is. I quite like the fact it's surrounded on most sides, so I think we should have some sort of main square and then surround that with buildings and coming off from those sides. So I think what I will do to start with is I'll probably just clear out a couple of these buildings to give ourselves a bit of space, and then see where we are from there. So we've got what is that, a single chest worth of sandstone cut and smooth sandstone, and a third of a double chest worth of sand. And yeah, we are going to start to transform this village and see how it looks at the end. Now I have one design. I guess one design I like and one that I'm not 100% sure of, and so yeah, we'll work through that as we go along, and I think we'll have a couple of different styles of houses here as we go. So I have started working on some of the pathways, kind of figuring out where I wanted and kind of going from there to work out where I want buildings and everything. And these villagers keep coming down here, especially the farmer villager over here, to explore and see what I'm doing. And I think that's going to... I think what I want to do is, inspired off that, is have the path curve round here to the portal, and then on this side, up here to this house, have a bunch of farmland, because we already have this land up here, tiny little farmland, but I think I want to expand it out onto these hills here. So I've gathered a bunch of resources, and I'm just going to start filling things out and see how far we get. So we have our field in place, or the fields in place, and I kind of want to surround them by a wall, kind of set them away from the rest. So I think I'm just going to go around with some wood and kind of block them off. So yeah. So those are my kind of current setup on fields, but I think it might be a little too much wood. So what I might go back in and do is replace some of the wood with some stone. As you can see, the villagers and trader love to stamp on it and crush it all, but that's okay. It's not really for... we're not really doing it for the food here, we're just doing it for the look. So I think going in with some leaves and maybe some stone every now and again, I think will make this just pop a little more. So I'll go in and do that and bring you back. So I think it's looking a little better. I need to go in and add a lot more detail and then kind of finish things off. Like here there's a bit of sand, and I'm starting to add more detail and texturize the front side of it. I'm not too sure about these stones. I think I might go in and add some cobble or mossy, or maybe some cracked variants of certain things, just to kind of make it look a bit more hotter. But I think this is a good start for the kind of field and farming area. I think this house we're going to transform into a farmhouse. I think that would be a nice idea. Maybe some cattle on this side, and then down here will be our main pathway through. And yeah, we'll start to convert these buildings. Now, one thing to note on this path is I really would like to edge it with like smooth sandstone, but the wood that's missing, I think the jungle wood will go nice. This is fine and everything, but I think the jungle wood just adds a little bit of a red flavor to it. But for now, I think this is looking pretty good. So we have continued to work a little bit on this path coming up here, and our farmland is looking pretty good, I reckon. Villagers keep wanting to destroy stuff, but I think it looks pretty nice. I like the decoration around it. We have to go back and cover up these glowstone with something, but the green carpet wasn't really doing it. So yeah. And this path comes over here. I want to do some sort of a fountain thing somewhere. I'm not sure if it'll be here or somewhere else, but I reckon the path will split and go down here and go down here, and kind of maybe a fountain in the middle area. But to start with, I want to convert this house here into a farm. So this farmhouse conversion, hopefully I have enough in here, but yeah, let me clear out the space a little and figure out what it is I want to do here. So I have this kind of corner design that was from a Pixel Riff video, and it goes like this. We go we start with a cut sandstone, then we go to regular, we go chiseled, and then cut. So a little bit like this. And I think this on the corners of the build would look quite good. And then on the bottom, we have we run through the same pattern for each of the pillars, and in between we go normal sandstone, and at the top we also get normal sandstone, and I think that'll be quite nice. And I think for this building we go 2 back, so we'll need to take out that part, and at the front here I think we go 3. Something like this, and then I think we work it back this way and then round like an L shape. Yeah, I think that works. Is this too close? Yeah, maybe. I think I could transition the wall around okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that gives us enough space here. We could shuffle over 1, but yeah, let's just keep building and see how we go. So let's repeat this process back here. And the door in here, yeah, I think that'll be fine. So if we go to door, and then here we can go cut, sandstone, chiseled, cut. And then at the back here, let's do a 2. Followed by a 3. And then swing this back around to reach into that wall. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So if we do a 2, let's clear this farm out as well while we're here. Perfect. And now we want to grab some smooth sandstone, and in the places that are 3, we just fill it out like that. And in the places that are 2, we just fully get it. So the 3s will be windows, and the 2s are just walls like that. And we need to figure out what we're doing with the door, but I will do the rest of it first. So I think what I want to do for now is fence, trapdoor. Yeah, I think that's alright. These fences, I think I'd like them to be jungle or maybe acacia. And I think also on this back wall, maybe convert one of them into a door. We'll figure it out as we go along. Also, quite a lot of zombie noises still around, so I guess there are some caves to kind of tweak through. But yeah, that's kind of the outline of it. And this path will kind of wander up to the door. I guess we'll convert it to a kind of thin in to like a single way in. But I think that just adds a bit more interest so far than like the original ones. But we need to work on that a little bit. So I think above the door we go upside down stair. And I think we had a door in here, right? Yeah. Is that a jungle? Yeah, okay. And I want to go set back, I think. I think from the outside that door will look good. Still haven't figured quite how I want this path to go up, but I think that's okay for now. How does the build look from over here? Yeah, I think that's alright. That's alright. It needs a bit more height to it, which we will get to right now, I guess. So above these cut ones, we just want to add another cut, and then in between these, in the single ones, we just want a stair like this, and on this one a stair like that, and in the middle I will put in some birch fences, but I don't have them here. And then same on these, we have on the 3 inward with a fence in the middle. Perfect. Now need to go grab those fences. So putting in the fences in between the 3s, and yeah, then on top of all of that, we are going to grab our sandstone slabs and do a layer of slabs on top. Alright, let's take a step back and have a look. Yeah, I think that's nice. So what I'm going to do is, behind the gaps, there's going to be either blue or yellow wool, and then a row of copper as well. So I'm gonna grab that stuff and come through and sort that out, but I think it's looking pretty good. It's a little, it does lack a little shape around here, but I think we can come in and detail it. There'll also be a little bit of a top to it as well, which I think will look good. And the front will pop out a little more. We need to clear out this guy's farm. And yeah. So I think in front of the door, yeah, I think I want to here. And here, maybe I feel a little too tight, but we'll give it a try. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a little bit of an awning with some steps on top. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Yeah, I think so. It looks a little, maybe it's a little high. Maybe we want to bring it down to this level. We'll see. Once the backing is in and how big the house is actually going to be, we'll be able to see a little more. So yeah, let me get the detail blocks and we'll see where we go from there. So I have put copper in my build without fully aging enough copper. So we're just going to set it up to age with enough space in between. And while we continue the build, this stuff will age nicely, hopefully. So on the inside, we want to put the yellow above where the window is, and we want the copper in the holes here, and the light blue in the middle. And so it is really just the copper we're missing. So let me put this stuff in. And it will look a bit weird to start with, but it'll age over time. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. You can't, yeah, it just adds a bit of color to it. quite an expensive bit of colour, but a bit of colour nonetheless. Now the next thing I want to do is add a bit of depth onto this roof, and I think the way I'll do it is just on this section. I have it lowered down a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is do a sandstone section on the corners like this. And then the middle sections here, we will go smooth. And then in between, we will add in steps like this. Fences. And then I think we go steps and slabs across the top. Yeah, and on this side, we just leave it a bit more open. So we just go a full fence, and we'll repeat the same trapdoor for the windows. Now, do we do that here? That's the question. Let me do the other ones and think while I'm doing it. I think that it's maybe a little too much. So what I want to do in between is not fall off, but add in some slabs in between. And what we might do on this corner is just 2 slabs in the middle like that. I reckon that could look quite good. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good start on the roof. Let's, as always, take a bit of a step back and see how it looks. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. We need a little bit of a top on this build of the build, but I think overall that build's looking nice, and we can kind of terraform around it to make it look really good. And I think I'll have a quick look. How does it look like from the other side of our farm area? Yeah, I think that looks great. Yeah, I think we just add in some extra slabs to kind of pop up this top a little, or maybe some stairs just to give it a bit of shape. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty nice now. Bit of depth and kind of interest to the build. A little bit different from the others, and yeah, I think what's left to do with this is terraform around it like we've done with this farm on the other side, as well as the inside as well of the build. So I think for the inside I would like to go super basic, and I think this area in the middle, yeah, this area in the middle, I think we go slabs, of spruce slabs, that is. And then around the outside, I'm thinking we either go stripped oak or oak slabs. Let's see what it looks like. What do we think to this stripped floor? I've not finished it yet, but I think it works quite nicely, like an edging of stripped and then the spruce on the middle part to it. What do we think? I think it looks all right. We need a bit more oak, which we're working on, but it's a slow process. But the inside, I'm kind of happy with it. We need to fill it in so it's not just an empty room. But yeah, and on the outside, I've kind of worked a little path design in. I might get rid of this and replace it with the spruce slabs. I'm not too sure. And I've also started to work on the kind of grass around the outside area. I've added some path blocks in, which look quite nice with this kind of deserty green. But I think overall it's starting to look good. So I've got myself over the other side of the build from today, and I just wanted to kind of show it off because I think it looks pretty good. Ignore everything that's going on over there, but I think for a beginning of this village it is starting to look great. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna work on, I reckon, maybe another building in this space where this little one is. So the path comes to there, and then the path comes kind of through where this one is, and bring the path where the cobblestone is over here as well. And I think what I actually want to do first is kind of clear out a lot of the buildings and kind of work on the pathing, because once I have the pathing out, then I can work on where I want to position my buildings. Yeah, because I'm not sure if I want to bring a path down this way as well. But I think for today, it's looking pretty good. I think we've got a great start to the design of this this village. Yeah, everything is starting to come together very nicely. I really like the design of this one, especially together. Like from here, I think it will look great together with the with this farmyard area. I think it looks really good. The inside of the building, we won't look in there, but yeah. So if you've made it this far in the video, please do consider, if you enjoyed it, liking the video, and also subscribe if you're new. We are here creating chill Minecraft videos, chill builds, and improving as we go along. And I think this village will by the end of this series look really nice. I think I will do a little bit more off camera, but I will also endeavor to bring you back and do some on camera in future episodes. But we've got a lot to transform here, and it will take a lot of time to do. So thank you so much for joining me this time around, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.